The PSE index in a healthy pullback following the heady run-up to bull market territory above 74. The PSEI falling by nearly 1% yesterday, closing at 73.62. For more in the markets, I want to bring in Wendy Estacio-Cruz. She's head of research of Unicapital Securities. Hi, Wendy. Good morning.
Good morning, Mimi. Good morning, everyone.
It is indeed good, considering the index in the first 8 minutes of trade for the day is up by 1/4%, 18.7380. You heard from fellow broker Luna Securities. They're looking at 8,000 level, maybe even more. Feels like a lifetime, but do you agree? Do you get a sense? Do you feel 8,000 coming soon?
Actually, I believe this is sustainable, given that if you look at the average value turnover, as of yesterday for the month of September alone, is at already 10 billion pesos. And that's way higher than the past months that we've seen, which is an average of 5 billion. In addition, we also saw net foreign buying since July of this year, and it's been increasing for the past months. Well, we were seeing 7,000 levels for the year, but because of the higher than expected rate cuts for this year, we might have to revise our index target for 2024. Yeah, so possible that we see 8,000 or probably around 7,800.
Oh, wow. So do I get this right, that you think this bull market we're in is a long-term bull market?
Yeah. As I've mentioned, we've been seeing foreign participation increasing as well, with net foreign buying at an average of 11 billion as of this month. As I've mentioned as well, value turnover has been increasing, so it's been healthy for the past 3 months, and hopefully it can be sustained the latter part of the year, given that we have been looking for fresh catalyst also locally, especially that Philippine inflation and unemployment rate are also about to be released on October 4 and 8. So that will indicate how much more rate cuts will the BSP implement for the latter part of the year.
See, that was my next question. What is the most important thing you're watching for now?
Right now is, of course, the September inflation. That will, again, indicate how much rate cut will the BSP implement for the latter part of the year. And, of course, the October 17 meeting. Recently, the BSP hinted of another 50 basis points instead of 25 basis points rate cut for the remainder of the year. So that should also provide some uplift in the index.
And when you look at globally, we're watching the Fed's easing cycle. There's China's stimulus blitz rally. Do you think that the things happening outside of the Philippines are supportive of this bull market that we're seeing here at home?
Yeah, actually, for the remainder of the year, we actually see another 50 basis points rate cut from the Fed, and that should be supported by the easing inflation, which is closer to their target of 2%. So that also translates to the Philippine macro environment, which is also the Philippine inflation already easing. So that should also support the
local market. Just wanted to go over some interesting corporate stories that we have from today. We actually have a few from Alternergy Holdings, essentially just disposing of its common shares in special purpose vehicles, 4 special purpose vehicles, in favor of a unit, Alternergy Solar Holdings, which it intends to fully own and be the intermediate holding company for all of its solar energy portfolio. Are you still a big fan of the RE play?
Yeah, actually, we think that moving forward, foreign investors will actually look for these companies, especially RE. There are a lot of IPOs in the pipeline that's been in the RE market. So we think that this should provide uplift also for Alter, and we think that if foreign investors will continue to dive into the RE segment.
And speaking of RE, ASEN of the Ayala Group joined this year's Climate Week in New York City. That is, of course, the biggest annual climate event of its kind, gathering leaders from all over the world to talk about clean energy and the transition. If I may just share, ASEAN President and CEO Eric Francia talked about harnessing transition credits to drive a coal to clean transition in EMs, that explored how transition credits can catalyze the early retirement coal plants, particularly in Southeast Asia, replacing them with RE while ensuring a just transition for affected communities. Aside from the RE stories, we also have this Dito CME of Dennis Uy from Davao postponing its 4 billion peso share offer. How should investors make sense of this news?
Actually, this is not a good sign for me, given that the investor is still taking time in assessing the fundraising activity. Probably they are looking for its balance sheet, if it's really healthy and sound. So yeah, for me, this is not a good idea because right now the current market is actually a good time for them to do this FOO, but instead they are postponing it. So yeah.
All right. Just one more quick look. We are widening the gains. The index now up by 0.4%, 30.7391, while the peso, let's take a look at how that currency is doing. All right, still syncing data. Need to refresh the page after 15 minutes, it says. But I think we're now ready for your blind item. Wendy, talk to us about the stock that you're monitoring closely and that you like. Don't tell us, just describe and leave our viewers to guess what this is. What do you have for us today?
Okay, so we actually like the stock. We've been recommending this stock since last year. And we believe improvement in the residential business and its high ROE are not yet being priced in by the market. Also, if you look at the discount to NAV, it's currently trading at wide 40% discount to its net asset value, which is wider than the 10-year average of approximately 20%. Also, if you look at the price, it's still a laggard. Year to date, the stock is up just 1%. Which underperformed the property index of 3% and the PSEI's return of 14%. So I think there's a lot of upside in this stock, which is not yet being priced in or factored in by the market.
All right. We're just going to have to guess which stock this is. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us. And if I may just share with you and the viewers, we have the peso opening slightly weaker, 56.05 against the US dollar from yesterday's close of 55.88. We'll see you soon, Wendy.
Thanks, Mimi. Thank you, everyone.